Good morning, everybody. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Enjoy the blues. While I let you know that it's me, Mitch. Welcome to Morning Coffee with Mitch on a Sunday morning. And as usual, my friend, as the chat starts rolling, drink it if you got it. Oh, and it's chilly. It's chilly outside. Wow. I thought it was cold last week. It was about 40 degrees out there this morning. Crazy. 37, I think it said on the weather. Anyway, good to see everybody. I got the chat over there. On the right of the screen, I got my welcome message scrolling at the bottom. Man, it looks like the morning news with things happening all over the place. But we'll get rid of that scrolling banner. And we'll get rid of the chat because you probably can see it yourself. There we go. Let's see. What do we got here? We have 64 people so far. Sunday. Hope you all had a good night's sleep last night. Looking forward to today. Make sure that I'm live over here. I am live on YouTube, and let me check out Rumble. Yes, it's working. Mike Seeley's over there in the chat in Rumble. Greetings from Tampa Bay. And Rod Weeder, morning, folks, from Mesa, Arizona. Hi, Rod. How you doing? Appreciate you coming in every morning here in Rumble like this. See if we can't drum up a crowd over there, but I don't know. I don't think it's quite ready for all of us carnivores yet. Mostly political stuff on Rumble. Anyway, good to see you. And let me see. Who was here first? 9:16 last night, Cliff Medina. Hey, Cliff and Rick out of Miami. Peter, Papa Carnivore, 10 o'clock. Robbie, Autry. No Slow Gary. Lady June chimed in this morning. Oh, my God, 12:24 a.m. Oh, wow. And the Furl Grandma, 1:30 in the morning, she was back. Tuca, of course, he was up. He's much further along in the day than us. Where did I see that? That's not Tuca. That's United Carnivore. Sorry. It is Sunday morning. Mike Seeley, 3:47. Wow. And finally, somebody who got some sleep. Lynn Gerber. How you doing, Lynn? Good to see you. Greg Smith out there on the road. How are you? And Francine Bourgeois. Good morning, all second-hand vegans from Montreal. That's true. And here we have Wayne Herman, Lake Aston, North Carolina. Patty Molden says, good Sunday morning. Now Tuca chimed in. There you are. And Rick from Miami is back this morning. Good morning, Quackers, he says. Aunt B is here. Hi, Aunt B. Richard Williams from Copper Hill, Tennessee. Mike Seeley Sr., father of United Carnivore. Now we're getting closer to 8 o'clock. Smoothie 420 chimed in. 8:11. And Lori's Carnivore Stories here. Peter Kruger from South Africa. How you doing, Peter? Good to see you. Welcome, CB Carmack. Good morning, CB. How are you? Says, good morning, Mitch and the band of Mitch Fitz. I guess that's kind of stuck, Mitch Fitz. I never knew there'd be so many words with my name in front of it, like Mitch Fitz, Mitch Information. And anybody else before the bell? CB again, Rick again, Cliff Medina chimed in this morning. Bryce Hatch, how you doing, Bryce? Edward Renner says good morning from San Diego. Hi, Edward. How you doing? And Steve Rogers, from Kansas City. Aaron Booby Goats is here. Hi. And Granny Boo 2 is here. Steve Studley's here. Wayne Herman has a question. Wow. Wayne Herman. Ding, ding, ding. Wayne, you won. You're the first one in it at 8:30 with a question. I have no idea what your question is, but congratulations, my friend. And Robbie, sorry, my friend, you're only in second place today. Wayne Herman beat you out this morning. I think you had a 3-day streak in a row. Wow. Don't give up. Don't give up. Don Schonger's here. Hiya, Don. How you doing? Gary No Slow, how are you? Good morning. Pio. Hi, Pio Hendrickson is here. Mama Bear is here. Pamela Suarez is here. Victoria Ortiz is here. And Papa Carnivore chimed in. Not today yet, but once it warms up, okay, somebody is talking to him. Claudia Burkick, how you doing? Good to see you. Chase Ketchell, good morning. Especially No Slow. And Tammy Petarch is here. Hiya, Tammy, how you doing? Marek Rizard, good morning to you. Wow, look at all the people. I'm going to add them on a Sunday morning. Marla Kelly is here. Lizzie is here. Hiya, Lizzie. Danny in Boston is with us. J.W. Crouch, greetings from northwestern Pennsylvania. Says, my videos are very encouraging. Yes, my friend, anytime you see an old man that can get out of bed in the morning, it's very encouraging. Yes, thank you. Thank you. And here's I love this name. It's the most British sounding name I've ever heard. Right out of a James Bond movie. Simpson Johns. I love it. And I remember it too. Simpson Johns. I like it. Larry Ryan's here. Went to Meetup, met Dr. Kiltz, Man, and others. Great, Larry, you met all the stars. Yes, were you impressed? I hope so. Hope you learned something. Where was the meetup? Inquiring minds want to know. Who is this? James Gardner, good day. Good chilly morning from South Carolina. Yeah, you can pretty well bet if you're chilly in South Carolina, you can imagine what's like here in Florida. Jason Myers says, good morning. The Peach Baron, how you doing? And Cabby's here from Jacksonville, Florida. Yes, it is chilly up there too. Good morning, Kat, to you. How are you? Marvin, Maley, look at all the people. Wow. I think we're getting through it. Cordelia, I don't know. Cordelia, I think. Yes, Cordelia from Albany, New York. And I'll bet you're chilly up there. And I, believe it or not, have caught up already to the chat. Unbelievable. Got through the hellos. Got 103 people in the house. Not bad for a start on a Sunday morning. So, QQQ. Put your QQQs. But when you put QQQ, actually put the question after it, so I will know what you're asking. I think this is a new first this morning. I think this is the first time I ever really actually ran through and caught up with you guys in the good morning phase of this. Isn't that great? It's great in one respect, but scary in another, because what am I going to do to fill up another 50 minutes if I don't have questions and things to answer? We had a fun time yesterday afternoon. It was a free-for-all. It was crazy. On our Saturday afternoon live stream, we actually had, for the first time in one of those live streams, I had all 10 people on the screen at the same time. We had a great time. Nine guys, and Tina Schweikerath, who was holding her own, man. She's a tough woman. She was holding her own, and we had a great time. I see a question. I can answer it. Yes, maybe I can keep up. Maybe I just need to race through this stuff. Where was that question? Here it is. Cordelia says, Mitch, is that black coffee or do you use heavy cream? No, Cordelia. I don't know if you can see it here. No, I can't tip it over. I'll spill it over. It's black. It is black. I love black coffee. I gave up coffee with green cream 55 years ago. You develop a taste for it like anything else. Now, some people on carnivore who are looking for ways to add a little more fat to their diet, yeah, that's not a bad way. And if you like heavy cream, use heavy cream. I wouldn't make it half and half, but even that shouldn't hurt you. There's no sugar in it. So yes, there's the first question. And Tuka's got a question. Question, Mitch and chat. I have been 13 days without carbs and sugar. My weight has started to go up. Would you agree it's most likely to my workout routine and muscle mass? Have no idea, Tuka. I have no idea. All I can tell you is why I keep telling people during the first 30 days, anything's likely to happen. I don't think you've put on any muscle to speak of in 13 days to show up dramatically on the scale. I think your body's just adjusting to becoming fat adapted. Stop weighing yourself. Take at least the first 30 days. Let things settle down. All that's going to do is exactly what it did to you. Exactly what it did. Get you thinking, why did my weight go up? Does anybody know the answer? Can somebody please tell me this isn't working? It's going to discourage you, and you're going to say it's no good. It's normal, Tuka. It's normal. Your weight changes up and down, up and down. There's so many things going on if you finally got rid of the carbs and sugar. So take the rest of the month off from the scale. Please. This is exactly the kind of thing I keep warning people against. It makes no difference. It cannot help but work if you do it right. But it's going to be an adventure and a ride until your body figures it all out and settles down and stops relying primarily on sugar. So relax, my friend. Relax, my friend. It'll work. Why does it work for everybody else and not you? It'll work. But thanks for asking, because it gave me an opportunity to point that same thing out that I keep pointing out. Unbelievable, yeah. I went to the VA for my physical last week. And of course, they have you step on the scale. And I'm wearing this a hat, shoes, clothes. I had my cell phone in my pocket, my wallet, my keys. And I know that when I get on the scale, whenever I weigh myself in the morning, of course, I'm naked. Try to get that mental picture out of your head, guys. And I weigh 136, 137. So I said, used to be when I went to the VA to get weighed, it was funny. I mean, it was always a ritual. Whenever I went to a doctor to get weighed, and I was heavy, and I knew it, I would take my shoes off. I would take everything out of my pockets and empty my pockets. I would sometimes go into the VA wearing nothing but a T-shirt and some athletic shorts so that I could be as close to naked when I got on their scale, because I wanted that number to be low, as low as I could. That was my mindset. This last time, honest to God, is the first time to show you how your mindset even changes after a period of time on this. I didn't give a shit what their scale said. I mean, the worst it could say was what, 141, 142? Hell, to anybody, a 5'10" man at that weight is thin and healthy. I had nothing. And I got on the scale and it said 139.9 pounds. And the nurse wrote it down, and I said to myself, wow, 139.9 pounds. Loaded for bear here. Shoes, wallet, cell phone, hoodie, everything. And it made me very proud of myself. It was very interesting. So, yeah, it's amazing how you look at things differently after a couple of years on this. Oh, Tina Schweikerath is here this morning. Good morning, Tina. How you doing? Enjoyed having you in the chat yesterday, man. We had a good old time. We really did. We had a great time. Okay, it's time for the inevitable, my friends. It's time for the inevitable. I will put in the chat my Buy Me a Coffee link. If you like what I do, if you appreciate that, and you want to support this channel, because Google certainly doesn't, I would appreciate it. Keep Mitch in coffee. A special thanks to Lady June, who actually PayPal'd me some coffee money. Very generous. Very nice of you, June. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. And let me just check one thing here, just to be careful, just to be sure that I'm thanking the right person. I'm pretty sure I am, but sometimes the channel names, yes, June. Thank you so much, June. And I don't ask for that. But some people just say, and June emails, is I want to give you a little cigar and coffee money, she said. And I thought that was great. She says, I want to PayPal it to you. Is there a way I can do that? And I just thanked her and wrote her back and said, my PayPal email is oldguycarnivore@gmail.com. So if any of you, my friends, want to put me in your will or something like that, I have a PayPal address. I don't have it anywhere. I don't have it in my descriptions. I never really even think about stuff like that. But since June asked, I thought I'd bring that up too. Okay, enough of that crap. Thank you so much. And I have here a couple of things that were kind of cool. Let me get this up on the screen here, because this is really cool. Ready? And give me 1 second here. Let me see. This is from, her email address is Mud Puppy Mama, but it's Mama Bear. Mama Bear. And she told me her first name here in this email, but I've never seen her put it in the chat, so I won't say it. But Mama Bear, if you want us to start calling you by your real name, your first name, like I do so many other people, let me know that it's okay, and I'll be happy to do that. But Mama Bear sent a little meme that I thought it was really cool and inspiring and heartwarming. And it says, a random act of kindness, feeding bacon slices to our vegan neighbor's toddler through the mail slot. Oh, that is the coolest thing. Look at that. Look at that piece of bacon. Holy cow. I mean, there are some people out there with some great imaginations. I thought that was really funny. Thank you. Thank you, Mama Bear, for sending me that. And anytime you guys send me those things, I will be very, very happy to show them and share them with the community, because it's very entertaining. It's very entertaining. And let's see. I had another one. I had one from Carolyn, Aussie gal. And she sent me a few pictures, and I'll share them with you. Hi, Mitch. This is my Aussie Mitch. She sent me some pictures of her better half, Aussie Mitch look-alike, and my 18-month-old Stratfordshire Terrier. So, okay, why not? Why not? Let's take a look and see, because, I mean, everybody likes a cute doggy picture. Looks like a bandit with that bandana. So I'm assuming that that's not her look-alike for me. I'm assuming that that's not what I look alike, but let's take a look at her. And there she is, and her look-alike. Okay. I don't see a tremendous resemblance, but he's a good-looking guy. And Carolyn, good to see you. Man, look at you. If that isn't an Australian-looking setup down there, they're in Australia with the Crocodile Dundee type hats, leather hats hanging up. And there he is looking, well, yes, maybe a little bit with the bald head. He needs a beard. Well, great. Well, that's great. Thanks for sending that to me and sharing it with us. So anybody has some pictures, please send them on. And Cliff keeps emailing me YouTube videos to watch, and I keep clicking on them. And some of them I don't get the relevance of. He sent me one this morning, Cliff. You sent me one that was some kind of a autonomous vehicle supposedly rising out of the water, but it wasn't a UFO or anything. And it was interesting, but I didn't know what I was supposed to take away from that. It was a short, so I did look at it, and you just sent me another one, and I'll look at that after the stream is over. But he sent me one that says, this is what happens when you eliminate all meat from your diet. Okay, I will take a look at that, and maybe we'll talk about that tomorrow. How about that? All right, let's see, where was I? I was about to have a sip of coffee. Okay, now I'm probably sufficiently behind. I knew I could waste a little time. Ha! I knew I could do it. Where was I? I'm not too far behind here. Patmo Suarez is here. She says, gotta go get some butter. Be back soon. We'll be looking for you. Bama J, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you're here. Anna Kurzawa is here. Hi, Anna. And Gary at No Slow, member for 4 months. Mitch, welcome, my carnivore mechanic. Chase Ketchell. Oh, okay. Welcome, Chase. Welcome, Chase. And Peter's got a question. Mitch, what are your plans for your channel in 2025? Do you want to grow it, improve it, or both? How do I answer that? It's an interesting question. Is there a YouTuber? Is there anybody who has a business or has a thing that they do that would answer that question in any other way than the affirmative? Is there anybody on the planet Earth that when you ask them, what are your goals for next year? Do you want to get more popular? Do you want to improve? Well, there's one human being on the planet Earth, and you're looking at him, that's going to tell you, honestly, don't give a shit, Peter. Don't care. Don't care if it grows or not. I have no control over that. I have no control over that. I have no more control over whether this channel grows because there's so many outside forces tearing it apart, censorship, erroneous health news that label us misinformation. So no matter what I do, I have no control other than to try to improve. So whether it grows or not, I don't give a shit because I can't do anything about it. That's realism, Peter. That is being realistic. It will grow or not. In the last 2 weeks, I've lost 30 subscribers. Does the fact that my subscriber count, how do you measure channel growth? Subscriber numbers, that's a meaningless number. That's like counting, that's like an airline counting every passenger that's ever flown and saying that they're bigger than the next airline. Maybe the next airline just started yesterday and doesn't have 20 years of people flowing through their airplanes. Those numbers are meaningless. The only thing that means anything to me is that 135 viewers on this stream. That's the only number that might represent growth. But there's so many variables in that too. Has everybody got something else to do today? Is there something else going on YouTube right now, live, that is more likely to attract my viewers' attention? It's Sunday. Did people just sleep in? How many of my viewers are going to church today? And I even always think about and allow for the possibility that maybe people are getting tired of me because I'm a realist. Maybe they're getting bored with and think it's just the same old thing. Just like I do with so many of the channels that I have been a viewer of for quite a while. You kind of taper off of everything. So I can't answer that, and there's nothing I can do about it. So I have no plans for growth. We can't have that. Now let's attack the real thing. Can I improve it? No. I can't improve it. You know, what you see is what you get, guys. This is me. Love it or leave it. I'm trying hard, but I can't try any harder. I can only work 7 days a week I can only spend so much time recording and editing videos. I give you the best I got. How am I going to get any better? I'll never be as good as many of them, and I'm better than a lot of them, but I, again, have no control. Or can I strategize anything? I just do my thing, and it will be what it'll be. My revenue, month to month, consistently goes down because my view count consistently goes down. That's nothing. And yet the attendance at my live streams is constant. That tells me YouTube's not promoting my video. And I see the other guys in this space. I see it happening to them too. We are being slowly and painfully disappeared because those people that are running everything, the food companies, the drug companies, the government employees that are on the take, the advertising that pays for the news media, they all want us gone. But I'll tell you, my friends, whether you're liberal or conservative, I am like the Energizer Bunny. And as my hero, I look at Donald Trump because they have been trying to disappear him since 2016. And he's still there. And he's still winning. He's still winning. And I'm going to keep fighting it, even though it seems that everything is stacked against us, from our doctors to the news media to the federal government to the drug companies. They want to keep us fat, sick, and addicted. So, Peter, I know that was really a simple question, and you wanted to hear me say, yes, Peter, I plan to grow. I plan to do this. I plan to do that. I'm going to skydive down into a huge vat of whipped cream, and I'm going to swim up to the surface and prove to all of you that I did not let a drop of that get through my lips. Yes, I'm going to. No. I'm a realist. And I rely on you guys to at least make this a little worthwhile for me to do. I'm healthy. With or without any of you, I will stay healthy. I'm trying to help. So, Peter, interesting question. And as usual, I have an answer that nobody ever expected. All right, let's see here. Let's get on with it. And people are being supportive to Tuca, telling them that their weight's been up and down. And yes, it's true. Don't focus on weight for the first 30 days. That is one of the single most important lessons that I learned that allowed me to finally fix this crap. And everybody's chatting. They ask me some more questions, and I'll guarantee I'll surprise you with the answers on those. Life After Carbs, Chris is here. How you doing? Good to see you. And look who chimed in. OldGuyCarnivore. Oh, look, buy me a coffee, he said. I wonder if anybody's bought me a coffee yet. I don't think so. It's Sunday morning, guys. Let's see. No. But you guys are great. You've been doing great. And if you bought me a coffee recently, don't. I'm just trying to shame some of the people that never do into it. That's all. Oh, there it goes. It went ding. Holy cow, what happened? Hey, yes. See that? You see that, jury? Oh, man. Yeah, it's always the same people. That's okay. That's okay. If you don't want to, don't. There's no price to admission here. There's no cost to admission. I'd love for the fact that if they would start promoting these videos and I could make more than $4 or $3 in ad revenue for all this work, it would be great. It would be great. And maybe someday. But there's nothing I can do other than keep doing what I'm doing until you guys decide that it's old hat and you all go away. And then I'll just say, okay, it was fun while it lasted. Fun while it lasted. Jerry Voitush, thanks so much. He says, thank you. Bought me a coffee. Appreciate that. I think Jerry felt sorry for me. Don't feel sorry for me, guys. I'm doing fine. I'm doing fine. Doing fine. I'm doing great. I mean it when I say if I was any better, it'd be illegal. It would be illegal. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm going to treat you to that link once again, guys. I just put it back in there. And come on, I don't subject you to commercials and advertising all the time. I don't have sponsors. Okay, here you go. Hey, Mitch, they drew blood, but did they tell you? No, Cliff, leave me alone with the friggin' vitamin D, will you? I don't want to hear about it. I'm on top of it. I'm on top of it. The minute I know what it is, I'm going to email you. Okay? Jesus. I mean, it's great to have somebody so worried about me because of my vitamin D levels. But I'm on it. I'm on it. Believe me, there's no imperative. I am not suffering any symptoms of vitamin D deficiency. I am not keeling over. I've been taking, since my last blood test, vitamin D, and I am waiting patiently. That test takes generally a week longer than all the others. I haven't gotten any of them back yet. I just had the blood test a couple days ago, got it drawn. I'll let you know. I'll let you know. Thank you, my friend. I know you love me, and I know you're concerned. But you're like a kid in the back seat of a car. Are we there yet? Are we there yet? And I like to bust on you, too. And you know I only bust on people that I like. Let's see here. Peter, Mama Bear's here. Any more questions? Oh, we have an egg report, Peter says. Eggs were $4.50 a dozen at Aldi, highest price I ever saw there. Yeah. Yeah. Here is, Cliff says, 5 dozen eggs at BJ's, $22. Yeah, you're talking $4 or $5 a dozen. It'll be interesting to see how much higher than it used to be that when it finally settles down and how people will accept the fact that it's now cheap again. But now what's cheap is $1 more a dozen than was cheap a month and a half ago. Everything is manipulated in this world. Everything. Nothing just happens, it seems. Nothing just happens. And L.A. is still burning. L.A. is still burning. And they want to blame Donald Trump for that. I can't even. It's so ridiculous. Yeah. So ridiculous. Have you looked at the leadership in California? Have you looked at who they have as mayor, as fire chief? Have you an assistant fire chief? Have you looked? It's unbelievable. I'm not going to tell you, but go look. Go look. Go look. A fire department. These are the people that are leading cities and fire departments. What do you think of when you think of a fireman? What do you think of? Well, you take a look at who's leading L.A. right now, and you tell me if they fit the image of what you think of when you think of somebody who has been carrying people out of burning buildings all their life and earned their way to the position of fire chief. And you look at who they got, and then look at why they got them, and then ask yourself why California is a dying state. I mean, there's so many YouTube videos now. You can't help but see it. You can't help but see it. Tammy says, I tried OMAD all week trying to budge the scale. Weighed myself this morning, 2 pounds up. I do feel like I lost weight. Maybe the thyroid medication. Yeah, all those medications can certainly. But don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Just do what you're supposed to do. Eating less is not going to make you lose weight. It's going to slow your metabolism down in most cases. Eat when you're hungry. Stop eating when you're full. Stop trying to micromanage it, I think. Now, maybe it'll work. Maybe it won't. Maybe the medications are screwing it up. But there's very little we can consciously do to control how much weight we lose and how fast we lose it. The only thing we can really do is do what we need to do to stay healthy. And in most cases, that works. Holy mackerel. In Australia, $10 a dozen here for 12 pasture-raised eggs. You could buy 12 chickens for that, for God's sakes. Holy mac, it is getting stupid. It's getting stupid. Cliff says today there were no eggs on the shelf. Wow, Lizzie says 35 to 40 cents an egg. Well, if you eat 4 eggs, it's still a cheap meal. That's the good thing about eggs is when you compare it to the price of everything else, even if you pay $5 a dozen for eggs and you eat half a dozen at a time, it's still only a $2.50 meal. So keep it in perspective. And for $2.50, you cannot get anything healthier than 6 eggs. Not for 2.5. So, yeah, $5 a dozen, $10, even $10 a dozen. Even if it was $1 an egg. Think about it. $3 breakfast, $4, whatever. Whatever it is, if you can get it, pay for it. It'll go back down again. But it's still not going to, cut into your mortgage payments. Steve Studley, question, I have labs on Friday. I asked for a fasting glucose test. A nurse replied that doctor would discuss it with me. Thoughts? Why fasting glucose? Well, that you'd think that, are you talking about a fasting insulin test? Is that what you're talking about? Having your, insulin level measured? Because everybody gets their glucose measured, and most people, when they go in to get a blood test, do it fasting after a night of fasting. So, what's more meaningful than that is your insulin levels after fasting insulin, because that can almost detect a diabetic trend 10 years before a glucose test does, because even though for 10 years, every year, you have to make more and more insulin to keep your blood glucose levels low enough or in the normal range, you are becoming a diabetic. Your pancreas is working harder and harder. And unless they measure fasting insulin, they'll never know that. They won't detect it until it's too late, till it breaks. When all of a sudden your glucose becomes uncontrollable because you've reached the threshold of insulin that can control it. So those are my thoughts. A fasting glucose or a glucose tolerance test is normal, and that's what they usually do. So maybe you meant fasting insulin. And if that's the case, if a fasting insulin test is a good idea, if you think you're not a diabetic but want to be, but your A1C combined with that will tell you year after year if your A1C keeps going up a little bit and up a little bit. Yeah. Anyway, I think that hopefully answers that. And if I got the wrong thing, or if you wrote the wrong thing, put it back in there. I know anymore, they don't even tell you need to fast before blood tests. And I don't know how the hell they get any meaningful information out of that when they're trying to measure metabolism. Oh, okay. How far behind am I? Not too bad, about 20 minutes. So I'm just relaxing here. It's Sunday morning. No hurry. I see that Carnivore Stork. Wow, thank you so much. And it'll come up. A $20 super sticker that says, thanks for being you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks for the thought, too. Thank you. And I'll put that on the screen when I get to it in this chat. But I am monitoring the real-time chat as it's happening also. I think that we'll have a little shot of happy music on Sunday morning. So we can have a little smile and we can get motivated. We have one, oh my God, look at this. Now this is worth a little happy music. 174 people. Wow. Wow. That is so flattering, guys. Either that or you're bored shitless and have nothing else to watch. Either way, I'll take it. I'll take it. And the happy music goes on and some coffees came in, yes. And Tina Schweikerath, thank you so much, bought me a coffee. And Tina says, wish I could afford more. No, don't you dare, sweetheart. Don't give me money. Don't help me. Don't do anything for me if you can't afford to. The last thing in the world I want to do is take an egg out of somebody's diet. Please, please. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I know how well you appreciate what I do. And I appreciate you participating so much and coming into the chats with us. That's worth a lot. And Peter Kruger bought me a coffee. Thank you, Peter, so much. Says, to your cigar fund. Here, here. Here, here. Okay. I feel better now. Happy music. Yes, a little happy music. All right, where was I? Where was I? I'm really feeling great this morning, guys. I'm really feeling great. Yeah, hopefully the eggs will start. I haven't heard anything. I didn't get a chance to watch the news much this morning. Maybe that's why I'm so happy. Is what I did watch, I saw the California fires, the just all depressing stuff, crime, victims. Not enlightening. No good news. No good news. Let's see here. God, you guys are talking about everything. The Neil Q, being real is the best thing you can do, Mitch. Thank you. I try. I mean, I always tell people, listen, you know, what you see is what you get. That's the best any of us can do. I show you if there's a bad side, it comes out every once in a while. If there's a impatient side, you've seen that. There's a angry side, God, you've seen that. I just don't hold it in. Maybe that's very healthy and stress relieving to not keep it in. Just let people know who you are, and if they want to exist in your sphere, that's their choice. That's their choice. I also got another super chat that I'm trying to get to that I want to say thank you for, but I didn't say thank you as it rolled by before. Terry Sue. Hiya, Terry. I feel dehydrated, but I need 36 ounces of water and electrolytes daily. Is that not enough? No, it's probably no. 36 ounces of water is probably not going to be enough. My pee looks like tea some days. You mean by that dark? Yes, I feel like I'm not absorbing the water. Switch to beer. Oh, you're fishing. You're fishing. You're fishing. Your subconscious is negotiating with you. Just like it does with food. If you want a beer, here's a good excuse. No, I'm joking. No, I don't think 36 ounces of water is enough water a day for anybody. And if your urine is dark, that's telling you. If you feel dehydrated, do you feel thirsty? Because just drink when you're thirsty. You don't have to drink 8 ounces when you just take 4 ounces when you're thirsty. But drink when you're thirsty. I drink twice that much water each day, and it is possible to drink too much water. But, the conventional advice you get is 8-ounce glasses a day. That's 64 ounces of water. That's twice what you're drinking. I drink a 40-ounce electrolyte mix. I go through that during the course of the day. And I will, and then, of course, this is also water. Don't let anybody tell you that this doesn't count as water. What do you think it is? Do you not pee afterwards when you drink too much of it? It's water. So when I add up 3 cups of coffee, maybe, whether they're caffeinated or not, doesn't matter, my 40-ounce thermos, and I usually will drink probably just a regular glass or 2 in addition. But I drink when I'm thirsty. I don't have a schedule and micromanage it. Oh, it's 2:30, time to drink 8.257 ounces of water. Let me get my gram scale out. So I make sure I do. No. Just follow your clues. Keep it simple. And drink more water. Sounds like that's what you need to do. My opinion, always my opinion. Remember, anything that comes spewing out of this mouth is not to be taken as gospel in any sense. It is my opinion from a lifetime of observations, common sense, and reading a lot of scientific crap. Question Carnivore Store. Question Mitch. Would it be better for the algorithms to mention eating bugs in the title? No, it would be better for the algorithms to say, red meat will kill you. That's what it would be better for. But I don't give a shit about the algorithms either, to tell you the truth. There's no way, after a while, you have to stop agonizing if you do this kind of stuff. You have to just stop trying to game it, to hack it. Exactly the same as with the carnivore diet. You've got to stop trying to think of ways to fool it, to hack it, to game it. You know that strategy. Everybody's, how to game the YouTube algorithm. You need to do this. You'll get 1 billion views and be able to buy a Ferrari. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit. You can't hack it. There's so many people in our space that are constantly telling you, you can hack it this way, you can hack it that way, you need to take ketones, you need to eat, 17 pounds of sardines a day, you need to eat 1 meal a day, you need to do this, you need to do that. And everybody tries all this shit. None of it really works. And even if it works short term, none of it really makes any difference in the long term. You're not going to live your entire life eating 17 pounds of sardines a day. You have to find something that makes life pleasurable for you, that you don't have to keep track of like an accountant keeping track of income taxes. And the easiest and the only thing I've ever found that works is just listen to your body, pay attention to that, and follow a few basic rules. And don't worry about all of the minutia, because that's not any fun. You can't enjoy life if you're always agonizing over this number or that number or the weight on the scale or anything else. Don't you just sometimes envy the fat, sick people who don't give a shit? Because while we're agonizing over this stuff, they're out there eating and drinking and having a great time. And yeah, maybe they're going to get sick and die earlier, but maybe they've had more years of a fun life than we have. I refuse to allow that to happen to me. And if I have to make some sacrifices, like smoking on my cigars or drinking coffee, that is supposedly no good for me, then the hell with it. I don't give a shit. I don't care. I'm not going to live forever, and neither are you. I don't even know if this diet's going to extend my life. Everybody keeps making claims. You do this, you're going to live 37, you're going to do, you're going to live 37 years longer. No, nobody knows. We're not there yet. I've talked about that many times. I don't know if this is going to extend my life, but I know it's going to extend my health span. And that's all I care about. If I'm around, I don't want to suffer. I don't want to worry. I don't want to be anxious all the time. I don't want to spend my life sitting in doctor's offices, watching YouTube videos, looking for the next miracle thing, that a drug I can take, a food I can eat, a supplement that I need. I don't want to do that. I don't want to worry about it. I have an Alfred E. Neuman philosophy. Remember Alfred E. Neuman from Mad Magazine? What? Me worry? Yeah, that's my life. That's my philosophy. And I can say I'm happy and I'm having a good time. That's why we're here, guys. We're here to cheer each other up because each of us has got his own struggles or her own struggles. We all have that. But rather than come here with the attitude that misery loves company, why not just focus on the things that are positive and good and share them with each other? So that in the chat, instead of reading about how screwed you are, we can all read about how fortunate we are, because isn't it a lot more fun to be around happy people? Yeah. Anyway, that's kind of why I want to do this thing. And if you think that being around positive and happy people doesn't help me too, forget about it. Forget about it. Yeah, I mean, I love it. I love it. Okay. And back to the chat. Back to the chat. Aaron. Mitch, one of your thumbnails should say, how I got scurvy on the carnivore diet. Well, if I did that, you guys would run me out of town on a rail. That would be clickbait. You're right. You're right. You're right. If somebody like me, I know how to get views. Believe me, if I wanted to get big views, I could do it. But it wouldn't be true to any integrity that I have. But I know how to do it, and that would be one way to do it. And so many people do it, and I'm so sick and tired of it. I don't care if they're legitimate. I don't care if they really are sad sacks. I don't want anything to do with them. Putting those, I'm quitting carnivore, on their YouTube videos. I'm quitting. I quit. I'm done. The hell with this. It doesn't work. And then they come on with their video and tell you that, I didn't say I was quitting carnivore. I didn't say I'm quitting carnivore. And they come up with some other lame thing that they're quitting. If I wanted to get a lot of views and I put a title of a video and a thumbnail that said, and let's suppose I pulled a Paul Saladino on all of you, that I just decided that I've been completely wrong all this time, and I need to add 150 to 300 grams of carbs to my diet. So watch this video of me gorging myself on blueberries, apples, and other fruit with a chaser of donuts and a milkshake. That video, my friends, would be propelled to every human being that has a YouTube account and has ever expressed any interest in a diet. And I would make a lot of money on that. Unfortunately, I would lose all my credibility. It would be the last video I ever made, and I'd be done. So no, I can't do that, Aaron. I can't do that. But I know the thought was, I know that you were just making a funny hypothesis there, but no, I couldn't do it. Here it is. Ricky Lee gave me. Ricky Lee, thank you so much, my friend. I know I'd get to it eventually. And thank you so much, James Paulini. Did I say thank you to everybody that bought me a coffee? Yes, Peter Kruger, and somebody just PayPal'd me a few bucks. Neil Alcock. Thank you. There's a message there, but I'm just looking at the message from. Thank you so much. Wow. You guys never cease to amaze me. 182 people. Holy cow. You notice I didn't say holy broccoli. You notice that, didn't you? I didn't say holy broccoli. I said holy cow. 184 people. God, the day I hit 200 in one of these streams, it will be a very, very, very special day for me. Very special day for me. The only thing that would make this morning any better would be for me to be outside and able to take a few puffs on a cigar, but I'm inside, sitting here in the coffee shop this morning, and I see up on a screen, James Paulini says, Mitch, have you ever blowtorch a steak? I answered that before. Yes, I have. I not very often, but occasionally, if I have a blowtorch right underneath my counter in my kitchen, right next to the stove. I have a big Bernzomatic. It's gorgeous, man. And if I sear a steak up, for example, and I take a look at it after I've seared it, and I don't want to overcook it, and I think it's got maybe the fat cap on the outside didn't get crisp enough, man, out comes the blowtorch. It's like surgery, man. It's like a scalpel. And I'll touch it up. So yes, it's a great thing. Now, I don't like to try to sear an entire steak with a blowtorch, but it sure is a great way when you want to crisp up a little part of something, maybe on ribs or something that just didn't get crisp enough, but other than that, they're cooked perfectly. Hell yeah. Just don't overdo it, or you'll make carbon out of it. And if you're not good with tools and are likely to set your house on fire, maybe for you it wouldn't be a good idea. But if you're the kind of guy that's comfortable with a blowtorch in his hand and isn't a threat to you and your entire family and pets, have at it. Some people should just stay away from tools completely. My father was that kind of a guy. My father could destroy an entire city block with just one screwdriver. I mean, he was incredibly inept with tools. My mother, on the other hand, and I got it from her, was a craftsman and a genius. She could build anything, fix anything. She was an artisan. She was a seamstress. It was incredible. And I inherited that talent. Thank God I didn't inherit my father's ability to build things. My father played golf. My father had a very simple life. Played golf. Hey, Dad, what do you want for your birthday? I don't know, golf balls. Yeah, I mean, it was so simple to buy for the guy. He was a great man. I loved my dad. God, I miss him so. He's been gone for 35 years now. Wow. Can't imagine. My mother's been gone for 41 years. They died. I mean, I was a late child. My dad was 47 when I was born, so I was looking at a 20-year deficit right off the bat in the age difference between me and my parents. So I was deprived of them. I should have been able to have them in my life 20 more years than I actually did. Looking through the chat here. John Myers. Question, Mitch. The start of your show reminds me a lot of the I-Man back in the day. Are you an old Imus guy? Ha ha ha! What do you think? What do you think? It's not Imus's music. This I can use. I can't use that, but absolutely, I loved it. I loved it, and I didn't set out intentionally to try to copy Imus's opening, but when I heard that music first, I said, "Wow, wow, wow!" Was that Imus was the first? Imus in the Morning was the first thing that came to mind, and you know what I liked about Don Imus? He was a no nonsense, no bullshit, hard ass kind of guy. I appreciated that about him. One thing about Imus, you always knew where you stood with him. He was not blowing air up anybody's skirt. And I think that's one hell of a trait to have. You know what you're getting. Remember, like I said, what you see is what you get. If every one of us was like that, it wouldn't be such a hard world to navigate, would it? The obstacles are there, but how much easier to navigate them if they all had big warning signs on them and blinking lights. Hey, DS111's around. How you doing, my friend? Good to see you. Always good to see you. One of the regulars. One of the OGs on this OG channel. Aunt B, how you doing, Aunt B? Be afraid. Be very, very afraid. I'm back. Ah, that's great. Thank you, Aunt B. Good to see you. Always good to see you. And here it was, the one I told you about. Carnivore Stark, a $20 super sticker. Very generous of you, my friend. Thank you so much. Thank you. I know I thanked you earlier, but I did want to put it up on the screen when I got to it. Josephine C., how you doing? Good to see you. See that you're here. And Seaside has a question. Good morning, Mitch. What does it take for more and more physicians to adopt a carnivore lifestyle, in your opinion? What would it take? That's a really fascinating question. That's a fascinating question. Wow. Wow. How do I answer that? What does it take for more physicians? You know, that's almost like saying, what's it going to take for the 99.9% of people out there who think that the medical community is on the up and up and the dietary guidelines are real and has believed all the propaganda all these years and believed that red meat is bad for you and causes heart disease and cancer? What would it take for them to switch to carnivore? What would they have to give up? Well, they'd have to completely change their life. They'd have to kill their addictions. And it's a challenge. And it's those very addictions that keep them rationalizing that this is something they don't want to do. Everybody wants to be thin and healthy. And I'm sure a lot of people believe carnivore might actually work after they've seen proof or seen you. So why don't they do it? Why don't they do it? For the same reason they can't stop eating sugar. They're not in charge of what they do. Their addiction is in charge. And until something happens, something so scary that shocks their system, that makes an imperative out of getting healthy, the addiction's going to win all the time. And they're going to keep falling back on those lame rationalizations that the subconscious gives us, like, well, we have to eat a balanced diet and anything in moderation is okay. And then their addiction says, yes, so let's go get some donuts, but in moderation. And people are happy until after they've eaten it, the craving goes away. Their conscious mind is actually handed back to them by their subconscious. And they say, why the hell did I do that? What was I thinking? I didn't want to, I'm trying to be healthy. Why did I just eat all that ice cream? And remorse sets in. And that is exactly how it works until the next craving comes along. And then you're going to yourself, oh, yeah, I could do this one more time. I know I'll start on Monday. And every one of us finds ourselves doing that. But we don't ever analyze the why of it. The why of it is you're not in charge. Sorry. You're still at the heart of everything you are, an animal and subject to the physiology and chemistry of how that organic machine operates. And that organic machine has survived this long on this planet by developing ways to get what it needs to survive without having to have a conscious mind. And our conscious mind just gets in the way, makes us arrogant, and leads us to think that we have any kind of control whatsoever over our physiology other than what we put in our mouth. So to get doctors, back to your question, to say, well, everything I've been doing wrong my whole career has been wrong. So I would have to admit that I have failed my Hippocratic oath, and I have been killing people and making them suffer and sick practicing the medicine that I've been practicing. I'd have to admit that to myself. Well, I don't give a shit. I'm a sociopath after all. What do I care if I've hurt people? That's how most doctors, I think, would view it. But there are a few that might still have a conscience left. And then they get on to the next thing. Holy shit, if I do that, I'm going to take a cut and pay. How am I going to make those Ferrari payments and Porsche payments? I can't do that. My living depends on it. Holy shit. Not only does my living depend on it, but I'm an admired, respected member of this community. Who the hell's going to respect me or admire me anymore if I come out and say, you know, I've been killing you all these years for money. And look at my nice house and my yacht and my Porsche. And you've suffered so that I could have this because I was stupid and believed the crap they taught me in medical school. But now, my friends, I have learned that I was wrong. Just think of Ken Berry, what he says when he finally recounts the time he woke up, what he gave up. And then ask yourself, if you were a doctor, you had a big house, a gorgeous spouse, handsome or beautiful, a garage full of exotic cars, you were the toast of the town, the big man on campus, you had an ego the size of Mount Everest. It's taken you 20, 30 years to get to this pinnacle of human wonderfulness. And you found out it was all built on bullshit, what would you do? How many of you? Now, we can all say, well, I would because it's the right thing. Well, we're a bunch of good people here. We're here because we're good people. None of us would fit the mold of the person I just described. Unfortunately, most of the medical community, the doctors, not the nurses, but the doctors, the white coat, stethoscope, egotistical assholes that call themselves physicians and routinely kill people. Most of them, certainly all the boards of directors and people that run the drug companies and the big food companies that don't, how could they possibly, they know what they're doing. They do it on purpose. They've perfected the art of doing it, of making the food more addictive. What does it take for more and more physicians to adopt a carnivore lifestyle? There's nothing. You could hold these people at gunpoint. They would never change. They have to come to it somehow on their own. Something's got to trigger it. Maybe a patient comes in, hands them a copy of some kind of a study, and they read it, and they say, wait, what? Wait, what? Cholesterol. high cholesterol is good for you? Wait, huh? That's not what I was taught. And they still have a conscience. And that spurs them to maybe dig a little deeper. And then they come to the realization that they're killing people. But, that's all that can change it. You can lead a horse to water, as they say. So I hope that answers that question and enabled me to wax poetic a little bit about the state of our medical community and the horrid sociopaths that are in charge of most of it. But don't believe what I say, because don't forget, I'm spreading disinformation on YouTube and need to be censored because of it. Thank you guys for hanging in here with me today. Appreciate that. I'm having a good time, and the sun is out outside, and hopefully it's warming up a little bit. I'm going through here looking for more questions, and here's a question. Peter, how do we help Mitch get to 200 plus people? Again, all you can do is share this with people you know, whether they find it interesting or not. I'm not pushing for 200. I'm not doing anything as special. I don't have a dedicated, let's get to 200 drive, folks. Share that. I don't ask for that. I don't ask for subscriptions. I don't ask you to share the video. I don't even ask you guys to like the video. I don't care about that stuff. I'm not one of those kind of YouTubers. I'm just trying to help here, make a few bucks. No, we're never getting paid for what it is, but it's a labor of love. You think I'd be doing this if it wasn't a labor of love? Question, when you said 170 people, does that include the people who are listening but have not commented? Yes, it does. It means the people that are logged in and this is streaming to them. So that's everybody that is having this streamed to their device. I don't think we have any more than 30 or 40, maybe 50 people that actually comment. And most people, even me when I watch a YouTube video, I watch a lot, but I don't comment. And I watch it on a TV where I don't have a keyboard in front of me anyway. So there's so many people that can't comment. But yes, they're still a member of the community, and those people will leave a comment on the video itself. But most people who watch videos, you don't hear from in any way, shape, or form. And I don't blame them. I don't comment on them. I don't do that either. I watch the video, and if I see a reason to, I don't ever disagree with anybody, but if I think something was absolutely brilliant, I will write a comment in the video that says, kudos, that was the most brilliant thing I've ever seen. Because people who go to that length and do that kind of work, and they do it, enjoy the compliment, they enjoy the acknowledgement of their work. Moving on down the chat, I think I'm getting behind her. Okay, I got to start moving a little faster. Okay, looking for some more questions. And here I started off, caught up right off the bat, and here we go. Yes, started carnivore in December, now experiencing very puffy eyes. Why? Tracy, I have no idea. I would have no idea. Sorry. Is anything else puffing? Do you have edema, swollen ankles? You're retaining fluids? You on any medicine? There could be 1,000 reasons why you have puffing. You getting enough sleep? Hard to say. All right, that would be an impossible question. Most doctors couldn't even answer that question after a thorough examination. So, wish I could help you. I wish I could help you. You haven't been doing it that long. Just keep doing it. Make sure you get enough fluids. Make sure you eat enough food. And examine any external things that may be causing you to retain some fluids. But if only your eyes are a little puffy, and everything else is fine, maybe it's something about your eyes. Maybe you need to see an eye doctor. Can't help you. It could only sit here and string together guesses until the cows come home. But thanks for asking. I mean, it never hurts to ask. Mama Bear says, sardines are not pleasurable for me. I could eat them. I could take a sardine and fry them in bacon, bacon grease with a sprinkling of panko, make little crunchy fishies. I chop them up, throw them in an omelet, but I'm not crazy. I mean, it's not something I go out of my way for. It's not bacon. Let's put it that way. Definitely not bacon. Jeff Johnson, the name you know. Sorry I'm late, Chief. No need to apologize, my friend. As they say, better late than never. God, am I a walking cliche or what? Looking through the chat. Lad is here. How you doing, Lad? Good to see you. And Robbie, would that I could. I don't smoke in the house, but immediately after. 180 people. Whoa. Whoa. Sunday's a great day for this. 185 people. Wow. Man, so close. So close. Maybe I should get my crowd warmed up. All right, they're still around. All right. Wow, that's the most I've ever had, I think, 185. That's an absolutely new high. And I can see what the highest was in my analytics on YouTube. When I look at the analytics on these live streams, it tells me the maximum simultaneous viewers. It picks that highest number out. And I can see a graph of the viewer count. And that's helpful. 189. Holy cow. Man, what's happening? Why are people discovering me this morning? Wow, wow, wow. Wow. Oh. Look at this. Look at this. People are buying me coffee. This is a great day here, folks. Wow. Peter Desmier bought me. Good morning, Mitch. At church, so can't join you, but we'll listen to this video this afternoon. Peter up in Montreal. Thank you so much, Peter. I appreciate that. And there was something else I saw here. What was it? It's hard to keep track of the cell phone and the chat at the same time. But wow, look at that. 188 people, 189 people. This calls for another sip of coffee. And despite all my bitching and moaning, my friends, considering my situation in life, considering my age, considering everything else, you are looking at one happy guy. Maybe more content now than I've ever been. I've had more in my life. But to just be able to sit down and say, life is good, I think that this is a high point for me. And having this channel and having this community and being able to help a little bit, at least I hope I am, is gratifying. A sense of purpose that most people my age don't have anymore. They've been put out to pasture. 193 of you are watching me right now. They think they've been put, and so many retired people, they die. They die shortly after they retire, and that is so sad. So many people that have worked their whole life fantasizing and dreaming about their retirement, all the things they're going to do. And then they get to that retirement age and find out their health won't let them do any of those things. Maybe they've got a lot of money, maybe they've got a big retirement, but they can't enjoy it because they're not healthy. They become irrelevant in the eyes of the world. Their family starts to look at them as a potential nightmare of something that they're going to have to deal with and take care of, and for the rest of their lives, in whether it's in nursing homes or anything, and they just die. And the good news is I'm at the opposite end of the spectrum from that. I am having a ball. Oh my God, 196 people. Oh man, I can't believe it. 190. I mean, and 196 people. I watched Ken Berry do a live stream, 3,000, 4,000. And Nisha says, "Come on, guys, let's get it to 4,000. Share this with a friend, you know." And yay, we made 4,000. And I look at here 200, and I'm saying, "Wow, 200 would be so monumental." Which just goes to show you, everything in this world is relative to something else. Anytime you think something is a lot, you just look the other way and you'll find somebody with more. Can't chase it. Kel is here. Hiya, Kel. How you doing? God, am I waxing philosophic this morning? 198 viewers. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Incredible. Where are you people coming from? Did somebody tell you on another live stream or something, go over and watch Mitch at OldGuyCarnivore this morning? Wow. Wow. And it's going to go up and down. Now it's 197. You can't watch the numbers. I mean, I'm so close to 200. If it doesn't make it, I won't even be disappointed, to tell you the truth, because every one of these things, as it inches closer, is a record and an achievement for me. And it doesn't matter to me if I make it or not. I'm just thinking it would be amazing. And I don't want anybody going out of their way to try to make it happen. Jerry Voitush says, "Holy cow." Yes. Gemma says, "Oh my God, we all just got the clap." Yes, I can give all of you the clap. Yes. Damn right. I like doing that. I've done that a lot of times in my life. Hey, everybody, give so-and-so the clap. Yay. Yes. Okay, how we doing here time-wise? Well, we're still behind, but I'm cruising. I'm cruising. Question. What did your parents die from, if you don't mind me asking? Sorry, my mother died from non-Hodgkin's lymphoma cancer. At age 66, she had it for 8 years. They didn't even know what it was when she first got it that long ago. They misdiagnosed it as Paget's disease. They treated her with the wrong drugs. She had it for 4 years before she finally went to Houston, Texas, to the Anderson Clinic, where they finally diagnosed it as lymphoma. She went through 4 miserable years of radiation and chemo and died in 1984 at 66 years old. I can't blame the doctors, but evidently her doctor screwed up when he misdiagnosed it in the first place. They did know what lymphoma was. My father was healthy all his life, never was an addict, never ate a bunch of shit. My mother's death took, I would say, 10 to 15 years off of his life, her illness and death. Otherwise, he would have lived to be 100, 105. He died at 90 years old. Pretty much have just got old and tired. Again, being irrelevant and having no purpose. After he finally retired from being a pharmacist at 85 years old. He had a drugstore in Philadelphia where I grew up working as a kid in his drugstore. He sold the drugstore and tried to retire down to Florida. That's how my parents got to Florida, and me eventually too. In 1968, 67 or so, he sold the drugstore in Philadelphia. They moved to St. Petersburg, Florida, while I was in the Army. He got bored after 6 months, actually went and took the Florida State Pharmacy Boards and passed them the first time. Imagine. Somebody that hadn't been in college for 40 years passing the Florida Pharmacy. He was already in his 70s, 80s, or mid to late 70s, and he took a job at St. Petersburg General Hospital as a pharmacist. And he worked there till he was 85 years old, and he would have still kept working because he could not. He was not the kind of man that could just not be relevant. And right about that time, they completely computerized the entire hospital and pharmacy, and he just couldn't coexist. He just couldn't learn it. He was 85 years old. You can't teach these people automated systems and how to use computers. And he said, okay, 85 years old, he stopped working. My mother had just died, so he moved from St. Pete over to Orlando, where I was, to be near me, and I put him up in an assisted living for the last 4 or 5 years of his life, and visited him almost every day. And I cherish every minute I spent with him. And he died in 1990 at 90 years old. So that's the story of my parents. Neither one of them was that. My mother was kind of a carb addict. She always liked to eat cookies. I don't think that's what killed her, though, because she was never really overweight. She smoked 3 packs a day, and she was such a high-strung drug addict. She was, she needed tranquilizers and sleeping pills. And my father, being a pharmacist back in those days, she basically says, bring me another bottle of meprobromate or Seconal or whatever. And she was a nervous wreck. Very, very, very high-strung woman, but a brilliant woman nonetheless. And my father was a typical Class B male, laid back, nothing upset him. Never heard the man raise his voice. Can you imagine having a father? You never raised a hand to me. My mother was the disciplinarian. Never raised his voice. Never heard him, not once in any situation. I never saw my father get angry. I think about that. I keep searching in my mind for a time, or maybe I saw my dad lose his temper. Never. An incredibly laid back human being, hardworking, born in Russia, came over here in this country at 10 years old. Learned to speak English, got himself an education, put himself through pharmacy school, supported his family the whole time, managed to get a drugstore going, and supported us his whole life. An incredible, incredible man. So both of my parents were, in their own right, incredible people, and I'm a combination of that, which is why I'm so friggin' weird. That's the only thing I can think of. Cecilia bought me a coffee. Cecilia, thanks so much. Thanks so much. Where is it? Why doesn't it show up? Here it is, Cecilia. Had to have a real coffee with you on this Sunday morning. Also enjoy. And your Mitch fits. Yes, my Mitch fits. At any rate, I know I'm going long this morning and I'm further behind in the chat, and there may be questions I don't get to today, but I'm in one of those kind of moods, and I got a lot of people here, and I'll take the time, whatever it takes to, if you ask me about myself, I'll be honest with you, maybe it'll give you a little more insight or make you feel a little more comfortable about the things I say and know where they're coming from. Chicken Shanny. Question. Starting radiation next week. Per my body. What is the most nutritious meat that you found? Oh, well, aside from organs, which are where you find, like liver, where you find the most concentrated nutritious, I would just say beef. Any beef is probably going to be within ground beef, ribeyes. Just eat the fat and the meat. I think that's probably about all you could do. You don't want to eat Twinkies and donuts, but good luck to you, my friend. Good luck, and nutrition is important. Just I would say anything that's carnivore would be more than acceptable, and you'd have a leg up on the average person who eats the standard American diet. And you'll probably have less reaction to it. You'll probably feel better. And you'll probably heal faster, because it seems to be that's what we do. Good luck, though. Good luck. And stick around and let us know how you're doing. Let us know how it worked out. I'm just scrolling through the chat here. I am very relaxed this morning. Feels good. Feels good. I don't think I'm going to hit the 200 this morning. We're down to 192 now. And we're generally at the time where we start to unwind. Well, we're past the time we start to unwind this thing. But CB says, not misinformation, Mitch. It's Mitch information. Yes, I think I said that, but maybe it came out misinformation. I hope all you guys are enjoying and relaxing on your Sunday morning too. I mean, if we can't relax on Sunday morning, when the hell can we relax? Beatitudes, good to see you here this morning. Jason Myers says, Mitch, do you ever have beef bacon? God damn, it's delicious. No, I never tried it. I'll have to try it. Let me ask you a question, Jason. Are you a relative of Oscar Myers? I never tried it. I've never even seen it in the store. Maybe I'll go look for it. Sounds great. Sounds like it would be great. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be good? Just have to be careful it doesn't have a lot of crap and sugar in it. Oh, look at all the people here. Eric C., haven't seen you yet. Good to see you this morning. And Thomas Pruitt, I am late, but hello, everyone. Yes, Thomas, 9:30. No, 9:50 you came in. Wow, I'm only 15 minutes behind now. How about that? Incredible. Catching up. Robbie Andre says, so close but no cigar. Yeah, Robbie, I'll look at the thing. I think I got up to 198, but that's great. That's great. And I don't think I could ever do that during the week. But Sunday morning seems to, people are just lounging around, taking it easy, chilling out. Why not? I'm relaxing. Question. Wondering the thumbs up count don't match the watch count. Well, it's because not everybody clicks the thumbs up. Not everybody even has a thumbs up button available to click. Basically, it can get to the watch count because even though the watch count is only who's currently online, when the stream ends, and you first look at the replay, you'll see a number that's going to say, 354, 455, depending on how busy the stream was. That was the total views for the stream, because not everybody who watches it stays for the whole friggin' thing. They come in, they go out, they go, So simultaneous users are different than total views, but everybody that views it still has an opportunity to hit that thumbs up. So sometimes you could conceivably have more thumbs up than people online at any given time. Okay, saw that one. I think you probably put it back in there a second time because I hadn't gotten to it yet. Gary from Delaware, what the heck was Papa Carnivore smoking yesterday? Looked terrible. Hard to say. I saw him on a stream yesterday. He might have been lighting. Sometimes you can make yourself look worse by just lighting. Sitting with shadows on your face makes you look older. Maybe he was tired. All right. I almost might get to the end of this thing if I go a little faster. Right now, I'm not even reading them. I'm just looking for questions. And if you haven't asked it yet, don't ask it now. 9:59, 10 minutes behind. Here I come. Watch out. If you're ahead of the race, man, some guy's sneaking up on you from the rear. In this case, that'd be me. And almost there. It's exciting. Oh, and Kimberly stopped me. Mitch, what do you think about the goat cheese that they sell at Costco? Got to be better than regular cheese. Is all cheese pasteurized? Kimberly, I really hate to disappoint you. And I get asked a lot about cheese. I'm the wrong guy to ask. Absolutely the wrong guy. I don't like cheese. I don't eat cheese. I never liked cheese. I finally, when I was in my teens, learned to like a little Swiss cheese. But that was it. I never liked dairy. I've never had yogurt. I wouldn't no more put cottage cheese in my mouth than dirt from the ground. I never drank milk once I was out of childhood. I'm just the wrong guy to get an opinion about dairy because I know a lot of people really like it. So Costco goat cheese may be great. I don't even, to tell you the truth, I have so little interest in cheese that I don't even know the difference between what goat cheese really is. I know that if somebody comes out in front of me with a salad that has blue cheese on it, the smell makes me so sick I have to leave the room. Can't tolerate that sour dairy smell. Don't know why. Don't know why. But I can't answer that. I wish I could. But I'm sure there are a lot of people out there that can help you with that problem. And Nobody Yvonne says, when is my birthday? My birthday is May the 7th. May the 7th. I will be 78 years old in May. So it's 4 months and something days away from now. Can you imagine? I was just 77. I just had my 77th birthday party like 10 minutes ago on YouTube. Remember? We had a big live stream for my birthday. And a lot of people showed up. It was great fun. That was 8 months ago. I can't believe it. People ask me how old I am now. I'm almost to the point where I'm saying 78 instead of 77 because I always kind of round it to the closest year. Because I think that's an honest thing to do. I'm more than 77 years old. I'm well into my 78th year. So that's what I tell people when they say, how old are you? I say, I'm pushing 78. And sometimes if I want to really get some respect, I'll say, I'm pushing 80. And I got that trick from Sean Baker. Sean Baker, who's 57 years old, maybe 58. Constantly, when he talks about his age, wants to show that he's old but in great shape. So he makes himself a few years older. And he says, I'm pushing 60 years old. Well, we all, depends if you're proud of your age or ashamed of your age. Two different people. People who are ashamed of their age will always lie to you and tell you they're much younger than they are. For some reason, they think that's going to make you like them or be attracted to them better. Liars. Liars. You are what you are. That was my biggest pet peeve when I was dating after in my 60s and 70s was women that lied about their age and put 20-year-old pictures on their profiles on the websites and internet. And then when you finally meet them, their mother showed up. Be honest about who you are. What do you think you're accomplishing by not being honest about who you are and what you look like? You think you're going to attract somebody? No, it doesn't work that way. I've always gone the opposite way. I've always pushed it to the upper limit. I'm proud of my age. I wear it like a badge. I earned every minute of it. Why would I want to not acknowledge that it happened? But that's my birthday. That was my birthday, May the 7th. And let's look for more questions. I did it. I did it, everybody. I did it. End of the chat. EOC. EOC. Okay, another acronym. Invented another acronym. End of the chat. Turmir Anna Korzawa and CB Carmack. Now every girl uses filters, ones I know personally. I want to tell them they screw up a good picture and are way more beautiful in person. Yeah, CB. But we tend to do that. I saw a commercial this morning for one of those red light face mask things. It was on the local newscast under this thing they call Steals and Deals, which is a friggin' infomercial, but they try to play it off as a news story. Another deception. Everything's a deception. And only, they're playing to people's vanity. This will eliminate wrinkles and make you look 10 years younger and this and that. And then as a bonus, you get this liquid here that puffs up your dried out skin and makes you look even younger and all that stuff. And Christ, be who you are. And be proud of it. Do the best you can. Do the best you can. That's all I can say. Well, listen, my friends. I have had a great time here this morning, and I hope you have too. And I have like a couple of sips of coffee. So we're going to call it a morning. I'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:30. I don't know if I'm going to put a video out today or not. We'll see. I'm just going to let the spirit move me. Maybe just relax today. It was a tense week last week. Sometimes you just need to take the rest of the day off. Sometimes I just need to take my own advice. I usually push myself too hard for that. So I'm going to let you have a little happy music. Say goodbye to each other in the chat. Been great having you here, visiting me this morning in the coffee shop. It's still hot enough to fog up my glasses. Look at that, still steaming enough. Oh man, I got rhythm. All right, everybody's saying goodbye. Everybody's saying goodbye. Papa Carnivore, Bill Cook, Nikki W, Claudia Burkick, Wanda Girling, Couch Potato, Jerry Voitush, and B. Movie 420. Lewis L. Hey, Lewis, how you doing? Anna Kurzawa, Nomadia Van. And people are ushering out. Nobody stays for the credits. 154 people still left. And thanks for staying till the end, my friends. Thank you so much. Always a pleasure. Had a great time. Hope you did too. Monday morning tomorrow. Don't be depressed. We'll be here to cheer you up. And, you know the drill. Or as our esteemed president would say, you know the thing. You know the thing. Take the rest of the day off and eat meat.